yeah, I pulled you over because you're a Trump supporter, not because you were swerving all over the goddamn road.
Yeah.
Because I could just telepathically tell
Yeah, like
that
there
you're
was
a
no
Trump.
there was no indication on your car or your truck or whatever that like, hey, this guy supports Trump. I gotta pull him over. It's like,
And not for nothing, if he did, that's illegal. The cop cannot pull you
no,
over for supporting a fucking candidate.
no, can't.
He pulled you over because he suspected that you were driving drunk, which is a perfectly legitimate reason to pull somebody over.
Yeah, if you're swerving on the road, like, yeah, they have just cause to pull you over. I gotcha.
Right.
But the minute you're just like, oh, this is because I'm a Trump supporter. That's almost on the level of like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
It's only like a step better, but really it's
really
also
it's
not.
like it's in the same ballpark. It's on a different base, but I mean it's in the same fucking ballpark.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, I want to know what I want to know what the fuck happened to this world in the sense of like if you do something like you no longer have personal responsibility for it. Like if he robbed a bank, let's just say, or he walked into a pet store and kicked a puppy, he gets arrested. He can't say like his response should not be, "Well, you're doing this because I support Trump." Well, because you kicked a puppy, I'm assuming that's kind of the thing right off the bat here, but that's not the issue.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what reason that he got off as scot-free as he did. I mean, obviously he ended up getting arrested, so it's not like he just got away with it. The cop didn't just slap his hand or whatever, but at the same time, like he didn't really get very physical with him.
No,
So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't understand it. Is it because he's a celebrity? Like,
like
is it because
celebrity,
the cop didn't ultimately feel threatened by him? Like, I don't know. Like,
like celebrity or
I
not, man. Like we always grew up with everybody's chirping in our ear, like, "Hey, nobody's above the law. If you break the law, you face the consequences and whatnot." Like,
mm.
like if I drove drunk, like, yeah, I'd probably be a smartass about it and just like, I swear I'm getting better at this. you know, you know, I would probably be a wise ass about it. I wouldn't try and be threatening about it, but I would also be like, I fucked up.
Yeah. And I can't imagine that the cop didn't feel threatened, especially when like his wife, like because he got out of the car and then his wife gets out of the car, and I'm assuming that he knew that it was Johnny Damon, because you have to, I guess, reasonably expect that the cop knows. He might not have. He
He
might
might
not have
not
known that
have.
it was Johnny.
Yeah, guy might not have been
But
a baseball fan. Who knows?
right. So I mean, I don't know about you, but if I'm a cop and I see and I'm pulling somebody over and the direction is stay in your vehicle and they get out of the car,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm drawing my gun because I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh,
Like for all I know, they're gonna come at me with a knife or who knows what the fuck.
yeah.
Like I'm not
Like, dude,
necessarily gonna shoot them, but I'm gonna be like, hey motherfucker, like what are you doing, bro?
yeah. Like, dude, that
You
happened to my
know?
dad once.
He had a
Fucking,
gun drawn on him
yeah.
by a cop.
Not like full on, but like so he was driving with my younger brother. I forget where the hell they were going. Um, my brother gets pulled over. My dad pulls over because he's following along, and he tries to get out of the car, to like go check on him, make sure he's okay. Cop like has his hand like on the holster, like, "Sir, get back in your car right now." He's like, "Oh shit."
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah,
But that's what I mean. Like as soon as and your dad obviously was the sweetest fucking guy on the planet. So if that's the way that he's gonna be treated by a cop, like if Johnny Damon full out gets out of the car,
yeah.
like how did he not get like demolished into the back of that car?
I don't fucking know, man. Like again,
Like
like
not a single black eye, not a scratch. Like when he got out of jail, he was just like, haha, yeah, I was fucking dumb. Johnny Damon used to have a stutter, so I'm gonna say weird shit and be funny. But yep, I'm okay. I got millions of dollars, so I can just pay this shit off and have a good night, everybody. Like,
and it's like
must be nice to be Johnny Damon.
yeah, it must be nice to have fucking money in the account, be able to fucking have that freedom and whatnot, and have some level of celebrity and whatnot. Like, but
Yeah,
ultimately, dude, it's like you fucked up.
yeah.
You know,
But I mean, that's
like
the thing is this is really not going to mean shit for him because he's
no,
so loaded that even if he gets like the maximum fine, what's it going to be? Like it's not going to be substantial. He's gonna laugh at it. He's just going to be like, yeah, yeah, whatever.
no, and I
Here's
mean,
a fucking coke.
if he also has a clean record, he's probably gonna get a slap on the wrist. Just like
Right.
probation for like 3 months, whatever.
Yeah, he might not even get fined. I mean, given the whole like hoopla that's come out of it, I'm sure like he won't get off completely scot free. But at the same time, who fucking knows, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is Florida.
And it's
It's
Florida.
it's
Yeah.
Florida. We don't exactly have high standards, so
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I told you before we started, my buddy lives down there, and that's how I knew that it was kind of like not old news, but it was an older story than I was aware of. But he was like, "Oh, have you seen his release video?" And I was like, "No." But then I went to check it out, and when Johnny gets out of prison, he's like, "You have to see it because he's equally trying to apologize and pretend like it didn't happen at the same time." And it's just like. And it's funny because he starts talking and then like his representative or whatever runs over and he's like, "Whoa, we're not answering questions right now" and shit. So he tries to like put the kibosh on it right away. And it's just like, oh my God.
Jesus, man.
I have nothing more to say right now. I'm sure I'll be able to answer questions later on, but you know,
Yeah, I gotta wait for my lawyer to tell me what my story was, even though the
yeah,
video's out and you all saw
yeah,
what happened. And it's rather than just like, hey, you know what, man, I screwed up. I had a little too much to drink. I was driving home. That was the wrong thing to do. I messed up. I'm gonna, I gotta face the consequences for it. Like that, I would have had
yeah,
respect for him. Like, all right, you know what, dude fucked up. He acknowledged it. He's gonna face the consequences. All right, right on.
yeah. To your point, like at what point did people stop accepting responsibility for their shit?
Yeah,
You know? Like when did it be okay to just be a fucking like douchebag and then have nothing happen to you as a result
yeah.
of it?
I just,
And I'm
I
not saying like, cause you know how I feel about shit. I'm not saying we need to like just fucking come down on everybody super hard and shit. But at the same time, like people need to pay for their shit.
yeah. Like, dude, like I know, like if I
So,
if I fuck up, like I'm the hardest critic on myself. Like
mm,
anything anybody else says, like that's fuck it. It's not gonna mean anything. Like because I'm already beating the shit out of myself. I'm looking at everybody else and I'm like, no, 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 just get back. I'll let you know when it's time, but just get. I got this.
you're doing the mankind, pulling your own hair out of your head kind of thing, or jabbing yourself in the knee with a
Yep.
something. Mommy,
I mean,
Johnny
it
Damon.
it being Florida, you would assume I would still have a sock in my pants too. So like, like like I mean, Andrew getting arrested. I mean, that's the surprising part of the story. Him having a sock in his pants, like I've known him since college. I mean, that's not a surprise.
That's probably the least surprising part of this story.
Yeah, like that's the part that was expected. Like,
First most surprising is the fact that he got arrested. Second most surprising is that he was in Florida. With all that we've talked about Florida, I can't imagine you being like, you know what? I could really use a week in Florida. Jesus.
Well, to be fair, I'd much rather go to Florida than just be like, hey, Bruce, I need a vacation. I'm gonna go to Biloxi for 2 weeks.
Yeah, true. Oh man.
Oh man.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what comes out of this whole Johnny Damon thing, but good Lord. I can't
Yeah.
believe the shit that came out of his mouth and the fact that he didn't just get absolutely destroyed by that cop. It blows my mind.
Yeah, like just the fact of like not even like I'm not saying like cop had to like grab him like drag him to the ground, but like dude, fucking like just sir, put your hands behind your back. And if he starts resisting, like, hey, you've got resisting arrest on there, other than driving drunk. Okay, there's another thing. Let's go.
Oh, he got popped for resisting arrest. He got popped for resisting arrest non-violently, which good. He deserves to. And I
Yes.
think he did actually get taken to the ground eventually, but it took fucking long enough. Like he got out of the car, his wife walks away. He tries to get the cop to stop touching his wife and shit, and then shit escalates. Like you gave him like three. I know he's a baseball player, but three strikes does not apply to fucking a pullover. All right, like Jesus Christ, dude. It's like one strike, and you fuck up, and you're done.
This is life. This is not baseball. There are rules.
Exactly. Over the line. You're over the limit and over the line. You
Fucking
fucking
Damon is fucking
cocksucker.
papers.
Oh, fucking Johnny Damon,
Yeah,
dude.
fucking Johnny Damon, man. It just
Johnny Damon.
that would actually be a more accurate puppet. Yes.
Johnny Damon.
Donald Trump.
Blue lives matter.
Yeah. And it's like,
Trust me, that's the thing. Buttering up to the cop, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I'm sure other people do it. Like, hey man, I'm pro cop. Like, you don't have to arrest me. Like, but why? Why do you realize how much of a dick you sound like when you do shit like that?
No, and like, dude,
Oh.
I'll tell you a story though. Like the last time I got pulled over by a cop, um, was probably about a year and a half ago, somewhere around there. So I'm driving back home and whatnot. I'm on one of these back roads. Cops on the side of the road. I pass by him and whatnot. I got my hands fucking 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock on the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls me over. And I'm like, oh shit, like, was I going too fast or what the fuck happened? So I, shut the car off, got my hands on the fucking dash and like on the wheel and whatnot. Got the window down. Like, hey, good afternoon, officer. Can I ask what the problem is? He goes, were you using your cell phone? I was like, no, man. Like, and I pointed to where my cell phone was. It was one of those holders that was on like the on one of the air conditioning vents. I was
Mm.
like, so I understand. Like, I have my hands on the wheel like this. I can understand how it kind of looks like that. And
Mm-hmm.
the cop just looks, goes, all right, I'm going to take the loss on this one. I was like, all right, man, right on. I was like, I understand you're just kind of doing your job and whatnot. Shook his hand, fucking left.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't
That's
an
the way to
asshole.
do it, man.
I
You just,
wasn't.
yeah, I mean, the key is to just not be an asshole. Just do what you're told and nothing else, and that's all it takes,
Yeah,
you know? The only thing you should be reaching for in a traffic stop is your license and registration.
yeah,
That's it.
that's it. Just tell.
So,
Yeah, just tell the cop ahead of time, like, look, everything's in the glove box. I didn't want you to think I was reaching for like a weapon or anything like that. Is it okay if I reach over and grab them? Sure. Okay.
right. I mean, I have had some dick cops in my time, but
Oh yeah.
they've honestly been kind of few and far between. And it's not because I was necessarily like I don't think I necessarily deserved it, but like there was one time I remember where a cop pulled me over on like 495, and I forget what happened exactly, but I think like I didn't pull over like quite as fast enough or quite like for this something about how I did it he didn't like, and so like he got out of the car and he was instantly screaming at me like, do you know what that's going on? Like, did you not see my license? And I was just like, oh my god, sir. Like, so that, like, I was totally like panicked and frozen up. I was just like, I always do what I'm told and I'm careful when and if I get pulled over. But in that point in particular, I was just like, I am not fucking around
Yeah.
with this shit. So, and this is all like pre, all the fucking uproar about police brutality and shit like that. So,
Yeah.
not that I'm, I wouldn't be targeted for that kind of thing. I don't think, but.
No, but
Oh, like that scared the shit out of me.
yeah.
But I've always been raised to be respectful of authority and cops and shit like that. And the thing is, if you're respectful to them, they'll generally be respectful to you unless they're having a really fucking bad day.
Yeah. Which
So,
then, yeah, that's wrong. I get it.
right, right.
You know. And I wish I was kind of quick-witted, like Gabriel Iglesias. Like, dude, you gotta make them laugh, and they'll work with you.
Yeah, you could smell it.
Yeah. Like, dude, if I was driving home from Alley's Donuts, oh, you damn right, I would have probably pulled that move.
You smelled the donut batter on me, didn't you, officer?
Like, just get the one phone call. I just call up you and just like, dude, I got arrested. What'd you do? I
I
tell you
gotta.
what. I tell you what happened. It's like, dude, are you stupid? I'm like, dude, totally worth it.
I probably got a story for you. Hang on, I'll get the podcast ready. Hang on.
Hang on, I'm recording.
Live from the local prison. Coming to us live via satellite from Providence fucking jail. Xander Moss. All right, what'd you do? Well,
Hey, time's up. You want to spend the night in the hole? Like, you said
you.
in the hole.
Oh fuck.
Gonna know,
So
man.
yeah, I hope something really terrible happens to Johnny Damon. Something really truly terrible.
See, I don't want to wish like harm on anybody else. I get that, but I just want him to face the fucking consequences and acknowledge that, yeah, he's a fucking idiot for doing what he did.
Yeah. Like I guess I don't want
I,
like harm to come to
I
him,
want
but
his
at the
wife
very
to
least I
acknowledge
want
that,
him
yeah,
to.
she's a fucking dope too.
Yeah.
Well,
I
my
guess I don't
husband
want
told
like
me I could walk home.
harm.
It's like, well, no, you got pulled over here. Like, you stay here until the cop says, all right, you're done. Let's get out of
Yeah.
here.
I guess I don't really want like harm to come to them, but maybe like I don't know, a really bad cold would
Just
suffice.
just some kind of consequence.
Yes.
Like, just keep me believing that the universe is fair in that sort of sense of like, dude fucked up.
Yeah. Imagine if they could do something like take away his World Series rings or something like that because of something like this.
Yeah.
If